we've got a theme of today's podcast. It is England. England. We spoke about England a few times, but I want to focus today, mate, on England's golden generation. I say that. Golden generation. Inverted commas indeed. The first thing I'll ask you, we'll come back round to this after we cover everything. I want to go through all the major tournaments, touching a little bit on 1998 up to 2010, 2008, 2010. Because I think some of the players are at their peaks of their powers throughout that at different times. Was it an over... Do you believe in the term? We're going to come back round to this at the end. I'm going to ask you the same question at the start as I am at the end. Do you believe in it?
You know what? I'll maybe play devil's advocate here and say I do.
Okay.
I think you look at the team on paper that we had, and I won't spoil it because I'm sure we'll go through it later. It's pretty good. And I think it's very, very well-rounded. That's the thing. It's like back to front. You look at the England team now, for example, you can look at little holes in the squad. You know, have we really got a good enough left back? Are our centre backs like world class? You go through that team like man for man, and we can talk about whether it worked as a team. It is a joke. You've got like 11, well, maybe not apart from the goalkeeper. You've got 10 like all-time Prem England greats, all playing at once.
Yeah.
Arguably all in their prime. Arguably.
Sure.
And it just didn't click. But I do think it is. I do think that team was very, 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 very good.
That was my first question. My second question, which we'll come around to, was why didn't they win anything? You said just then it didn't click. Mm-hmm. Is that your only answer to this?
I don't think it necessarily was coherent as a team. I also think it's just classic England. It's what England do. They all kind of like hated each other a bit as well. In theory, it worked, but when your teammates, when all you guys hate each other for just because you play for another team, doesn't help. Also, there are other good teams in the world, guys, and this is what I get annoyed about.
I love
when
that
people
point.
are like, "Oh, this is the best England team in the last 30 years." It's like, well, yeah, you're not going to the World Cup and playing every last England team. You're playing against other teams who also will probably rightly believe they have good teams.
Mate, this is why we are Banterm co-hosts, because we think the same. And I honestly, I couldn't stand firmer on that point of golden generation. Yes, should we win? Yes, but there's another, and we'll break this down starting from France, 1998. There's another 3 or 4 team in pretty much every tournament that you could argue either has a stronger team or their own golden generation.
Yes.
So let's break it down going back to 98. I know this isn't typical England golden generation, but a few big players come through and actually play quite an important role in this tournament. So in the first game, we've got England-Tunisia. We win 2-0. Alan Shearer and Paul Scholes score. So Paul Scholes, I would put in that golden generation.
Definitely.
And he scores a goal in our first opening game. We then lose to Romania, which is a strange one.
England!
We lose to Romania with Michael Owen scoring the only goal, our second golden generation.
Yeah.
If you can tell me the 2 Romanian goal scorers, I will give you whatever money I win inside men hide and seek.
Wow. So
which is a
nothing.
lot, hopefully. Or nothing.
Did Hadji score?
No.
Okay, did. I mean, what other Romanian players do I even know? God, I just knocked the ball off.
Oh.
Bear with. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, you're going to have to edit this out.
We're going to have to pause this. Ollie's destroying the set.
Boom, it's
Oh,
fine.
wow.
Look at that.
I've never seen that before. Look at it bounce.
Adrian Mutu.
No.
I don't know any other Romanian players. Kivu.
No. The ball's gone. The ball's given up. The ball's given up.
Right. Okay, interlude over. I fixed the ball.
Good boy.
Sit. Good boy.
Good boy.
Who scored for Romania?
We've got... I'm going to butcher these.
Yeah, can you pronounce them correctly?
Viorel Moldovan.
I like the effort you're putting in.
And Dan Petrescu. But we lost 2-1. Okay, Michael Owen scoring the goal, Paul Scholes in the first game, and then England-Colombia, we win 2-0 with Darren Anderton.
Wow.
I know, and David Beckham scoring a free kick.
Another golden generation, David Beckham.
The reason I go through this, I'm not going to go through it in that much detail for every tournament, but David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Michael Owen scoring each of the games. They're kind of announcing themselves. It's this start of what I believe could be potentially a media narrative of golden generation.
Yes. The seeds are being planted.
The seeds are planted. We go into round of 16, England, Argentina. Huge game. David Beckham obviously comes out of this game. We lose the game. Spoiler alert. We lose the game. 4-3 on penalties to Argentina. I didn't know that Sol Campbell, if not, I was just about born. You were probably
born,
not born. Sol Campbell scored late on, controversially disallowed. so it would have been 3-2. But anyway,
Really?
to break down the game, Argentina go 1-0 up. Alan Shearer equalises. Michael Owen then scores maybe one of the most famous England goals of all time, where he dribbles through the entire team. David Beckham sent off, and Zanetti equalises, and then we lose on penalties. Sol Campbell with a late goal, and I think Sol Campbell is in that golden generation, right? So in each of our games, we bow out, quarter-final, miserable, but we've had Sol Campbell, Paul Scholes, David Beckham, and Michael Owen playing important parts.
Am I right in saying, not to spoil it, that happens again to Sol Campbell later in his England career, does it not?
Yeah.
In another game.
I heard him on another pod, actually, and I didn't think... I always think Rio and Terry, but Sol Campbell actually
was a part of it,
quite pivotal.
I guess that was maybe just... Rio and Terry would have been quite young around that time, and Sol Campbell was like hitting his peak.
100%. But if you look at that team, I'm not going to break down the team we lost against for this particular game, because I don't think it's that important. But it's pretty good. Like, they've got some great players in there. But for us, it was the start of the golden generation. The final of that tournament, obviously France going on to win it. I mean, do you want me to go through the France team?
Or can I have a go at doing it myself?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Starting goal.
Barthez. Thuram.
Yep.
Desailly.
Yep.
Deschamps.
No.
I don't know.
Lebois.
Lebois.
I don't even recognise this fella.
Lebois. Who else?
We've got... sorry, my thing's playing up.
So Vieira, Petit...
Vieira didn't start.
Oh, Petit scores twice, doesn't he?
Petit, Deschamps.
I said Deschamps, by the way.
Did you?
No, but I said him in defence.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it wasn't. Zidane.
Yeah. Who's up top?
We've got Givac.
Mate, I don't even know.
I don't even know who he is.
This is not a French golden generation.
It's not a golden
generation.
But
you got Zidane.
You got
Zidane.
Trezeguet and Henry on the bench. So,
Fairs.
Pretty strong. Vieira came off the bench. But this is probably the first tournament where I know it's pre-golden generation, but the winners there we've gone through aren't that strong. The team we lost to is not that strong.
No.
And I'm speculating, because we were very, very small, if not fetuses. But I feel like this is where the media narrative started. You've got a lot of young players who have come through there and hadn't played an important role.
Yeah.
No, we haven't really lost to what I would say is an iconic team in that Argentina side. And I think this is the beginning of it. So I'm going to move us on pretty quickly to Euro 2000. Host nation. Can you guess? I didn't know this when I was doing my research. I forgot.
Host, Nate, again, I was 1. Just about to turn 2, actually. Good time. No, it can't be Portugal. What about, let's go for Belgium.
Correct. Belgium and the Netherlands. This man knows so much ball.
That is a crazy pull and was a complete guess.
That is unbelievable.
Yes!
But in typical England fashion, we lose our first game to Portugal. Paul Scholes scores again, Steve McManaman, but Luis Figo, Pinto and Nuno Gomes score for Portugal. We then beat Germany 1-0 with a goal from Alan Shearer, and then we lose to Romania 3-2.
What is Romania doing to us, mate?
Romania are absolutely killing us. Chivu did score. So that happened. Paul Scholes and Owen scored again. That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Do we get knocked out? Do we get grouped then in
yeah.
that? Crap. I didn't even think we qualified for it. So
we might as well not. I actually think this is one of the best teams for England. So you got David Seaman in goal. Gary Neville has broke through. You got Sol Campbell, Tony Adams, Phil Neville. Phil Neville. You got Beckham, Scholes, Paul Ince and McManaman.
Okay.
Who's underrated, I think.
Yeah. He was probably at Real Madrid at this point. He would have
been. And then the front two is Shearer and Owen.
That is pretty good.
That's a good team to lose to, Romania.
Romania are just a scourge of England. I've always said that.
It's not great, is it? It's not. It's not great.
And Portugal actually are as well.
Yeah.
Portugal really do us over in the 2000s. They were caused a lot more. Again, we'll go onto it.
We will get onto it. I mean, there's not much we can say about this tournament. It's pretty. I can't believe you remember who hosted it.
I didn't know. That was a genuine guess.
And I don't have any memory of those games.
Doesn't matter.
But the facts
sack it off, mate.
Those are the games that were there.
2002.
2002. Sven-Goran Eriksson. David Beckham is captain. So he's kind of come back from the burning effigy.
Well, he scored that free against Greece.
Yeah.
But again, it's probably important to note that we scraped through qualification for the World Cup 2002. Like, this is a team where it's like, wow, this is insane, and we're like just about getting into every tournament.
Yeah.
It's pretty embarrassing, actually.
But I would say this is probably the start of the real golden generation.
I would say this is phase 1.
to
quote Mikel Arteta.
There's still some rogue players in this team, mate. There's still some rogue players. If I fast forward us to the Brazil game we lost.
Yeah. Because we get through that tournament quite quick,
we're
simply.
comfortable. We're pretty comfortable in the groups. We beat Denmark 3-0. We drew 0-0 with Nigeria, and then we beat Argentina 1-0.
Oh, Beckham Pen.
So a little bit of redemption.
Yeah, big redemption
against Argentina. I remember I watched David. I watched David's documentary.
Bex
DB, and I don't know. Did you see? He didn't really have any hard feelings towards Simeone, which I found interesting in that game. He said, I think they built it up to be like that was the game. Obviously, if you don't know, Simeone reacted quite petulantly to a kick out from David Beckham.
I guess game's
a game. But the amount of torment that David Beckham went through after that tournament.
People were sending him like death threats and stuff.
Yeah, burning like his shirt outside of pubs.
It's mental. That would never happen today, which I guess shows we're making progress.
Yeah, I think we are making a bit of progress. But this is prime. I think this is the start, maybe. This isn't prime, but this is the start of the real golden generation. But you've still got David Seaman in there. Can you guess England's right back in the game? I mean, we lost to Brazil. Spoiler alert again.
Can I guess our right back? Let me think about this. It's not Graham Lasso.
No, but good guess.
I really want to get this right. Really want to get this right. It's obviously not Gary Neville, unless you're pump faking.
No.
Gary Neville would not Phil. 2002. What team do they play for? That's a big hint. Do you even know what team they played for at this point?
He's played for Leeds. I don't know if he was. I think he was at Leeds at the time. Was it Leeds?
No, it's not Ian Hart.
No.
Who is it?
Danny Mills. Would he have been at Leeds at the time?
Danny Mills, probably.
2002.
Yeah,
I think he was. This England team is a joke. Now, the reason I don't buy into this whole golden generation thing, I've already said, right? Like, we lost to Brazil. I'm going to go through the Brazil team first for you, right? Cafu, Lucio, Roberto Carlos. I'm just going to go through the whole team. Roque Jr., Gilberto Silva, Cleberson, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Ronaldo. On the bench, Kaká, Dida. I mean, the team's an absolute joke. But it's... Danny Mills aside, Sol Campbell, David Seaman in goal, Sol Campbell, Rio Ferdinand, Ashley Cole, Beckham, Nicky Butt, Paul Scholes, Trevor Sinclair, which surprised me as well, but then Michael Owen and Emil Heskey.
It's pretty special.
But it isn't Brazil.
It's not Brazil.
And this is where I fall down this trap. I think England fall down this trap of like golden generation. I mean, none of the players on that England side can touch Ronaldo, and Rivaldo at that point was the man, and Ronaldinho as a front three.
Yeah, that's like prime R9. Yeah, Rivaldo, you're right, at that point is at his best. Ronaldinho is about to become his best version.
And I think it's important. Like,
it's again, no disrespect, but Danny Mills, Trevor Sinclair, these are not like.
Just to put it into context, Danny Mills is opposite number.
Is Rivaldo,
and Cafu's in right back.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so it's like Danny Mills isn't getting in. It's just
also. Another important thing when it comes to tournament football, we've spoken about before, you can just get unlucky. We only lost that game 2-1, am I right in saying? We lost 2-1?
Yeah.
Ronaldinho famously lobs David Seaman. Like, is it just one of them?
Do you think he meant it?
No. I don't.
Look like a cross, didn't it? The way he opens up his body.
Yeah, the shape of it is not a shot. I don't buy it.
If anyone could, he could.
He could, but I don't buy it.
No?
I don't buy it.
Just not having it?
No, not having it.
I'm not sure either,
Sorry,
to be
Ron.
honest. I'm not sure either. But yeah, this feels... I think that was David Seaman's last tournament. Do you know what I found in researching this? We'll get into it more as we cover more tournaments. But the Golden Generation, we often had a couple of weak links in the chain. You know, if we look at this team, no disrespect, but Trevor Sinclair and Danny Mills started. Heskey even wouldn't put him into...
He's not... He was a good
player.
He's
but
underrated, but he's not a World Cup winning striker.
Not at all.
And they do say the chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
That is true. It's a great point. And I actually think when I look at this golden generation of players, there's always a weak link, and they actually overlap, you know? Like Owen's peak isn't at the same time as Rooney's peak.
Yeah.
Scholes maybe peaked earlier than Lampard and Gerrard peaked. And
actually,
we'll get into the Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard thing later on. But it's not as like concrete as people think, or you might remember as an England fan. Like you think of like, oh, we had Ashley Cole, we had Gary Neville, Terry, Ferdinand, Campbell, we had Owen, we had Rooney, but it didn't really ever exist at the peak of its powers
in
together.
The way it could have done. I guess maybe from my unresearched brain on this, because I am the to use your analogy from the last episode, the listener.
Yes.
In my head, Euro 2004 is the closest we get to whoa.
Yeah.
This England team's insane, because it's like, I mean, we can get onto it.
We'll
and
go
also,
into it.
World Cup 2002, so I feel like Paul Scholes is an important character
Mm.
in England, because he was probably a bit mistreated. But I think World Cup 2002, he was playing in midfield, and he was like playing quite far forward, and he was like doing quite well.
Yeah.
And then 2004, he just got shunned.
Yeah.
He got ousted.
Yes.
To the left,
Yeah.
I think.
And I think on top of that, with 2004, it's the year that Greece won it.
Yes.
So you kind of look at that from a narrative. You go, if anyone's going to win it, I mean, I know we went out to Portugal, who were the host nation, but Greece, all due respect.
Yeah.
How many of the Greece teams do you think you could name?
There is one guy, Karagounis. He used to play for Fulham.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
That's it, though.
No, exactly. But Euro 2004, host nation Portugal. It's Wayne Rooney's breakout tournament.
Yeah, mate, he's cracked in this tournament,
He's
isn't he?
absolutely cracked. Is he 18?
I think he's 18. Yeah. It's the summer he joins United.
Yes.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's insane.
We started the tournament against France.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah. Who scored?
For England,
Yeah.
does Frank Lampard score for England?
Frank Lampard scores for England. And then there's a couple of goals from a very famous Frenchman.
Zizou. England absolutely implode in this game.
91st and 93rd minute, a free kick and a penalty.
So free kick, fair enough. Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah.
It does go keeper's side. David James, what are you doing, son? And then the penalty. Do you know what happens in the penalty?
Talk me through
Steven Gerrard, which he actually did a few times in his career to Thierry Henry. Back pass, literally just puts Thierry Henry through on goal.
Yep.
Goes around David James, takes him out. Pen. France win.
That's right. It's not a great start. We're pretty terrible. I mean, like, this should... If there are any Southgate haters listening to our podcast, I'd be surprised. Maybe there are, but this should give you...
If you are, get out right now.
Yeah, this should... Who sings that? Great song, just came to play.
Jojo.
Jojo?
Yeah, get out. Get
out right now.
I think that's her name,
It's
Jojo.
the end of you and me.
Tune, yeah.
Tune.
That's actually quite a good rendition. I think she
I
might
like
have
it.
died. Not to bring the tone down.
You just have.
And also, I'm not laughing at that. It's just, yeah, I think she might have died. One hit wonder as well.
Well,
Great tune.
Yeah, it is a good tune. I mean, she's remembered forever.
Yeah, now she's immortalised on this episode of the podcast.
And I think that's what she would have wanted.
Yeah,
That's what she would have wanted.
Yeah, she loved it anyway.
But, like, if we look at...
She loved England 2004.
If we're looking at these England teams in this golden generation, I mean, how much more solid Southgate's England are in tournament football? Because we lose the first game.
Yeah.
We lose... I think we've lost in every group stage that we've covered so far. But I guess there's no shame in losing to that France team, realistically.
Yeah, I mean, that France... Yeah, Henry... That's also, like, off the back of the Invincible seasons. They've got like prime Vieira, prime Pires, prime Henry, Zinedine Zidane. They've still got a lot of the 98 spine as well, I think.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Crack team.
But anyway, the rest of the group stage is pretty comfortable for England. We win 3-0 against Switzerland. Rooney gets 2 goals and becomes the youngest goal scorer in Euro history at that point.
Oh, good fact.
And then England 4-2 Croatia. Paul Scholes is always in the goals at this period. Wayne Rooney scores again. And we look quite good. But then we draw Portugal, the host nation, who go on to lose the final.
Yeah.
But again, this Portugal team, and there is going to be a lot of, like, looking back at the squads, this Portugal team is strong. You've got Luis Figo and Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, young Ronaldo breaking through, right?
I think Ronaldo had the most goal contributions in this tournament.
Oh.
Even though he was like 19, 20 years old or whatever he would have. Yeah, Luis Figo, Cristiano Ronaldo, Deco, who was underrated, by the way.
Again, that would have been the summer that Porto won the So again,
there's a lot of Porto
spine who just won the Champions League, so they're riding a high.
Carvalho's in there.
Yeah,
they had a lot. They had a lot of Porto players. But the England team is very, very strong. And like you said, this is the golden generation team for me.
Yeah,
all around it, like you said, it kind of, a few of them are in, a few of them are out, a few of them are injured, a few of them are...
Oh, I'm just trying to get with the ball.
It's all right.
Okay, let's go.
The unfortunate thing in this Portugal game is Wayne Rooney goes off injured, and I think that changes the whole game. 27th
Shout
minute.
out Darius Vassell. Does he come on?
Vassell comes on.
See that ball knowledge, mate?
Your
crazy.
ball knowledge is...
No, I love... Euro 2004 is one of my favourite tournaments just because of the aesthetic. It had the best Euros ball and it had
silver
black nets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Sick.
Yeah, that England team...
Well,
right. Everyone's peaking, really.
I'll break down the game. We went 1-0 up through Owen, and then in the 83rd minute, Helder Postiga.
Helder Postiga.
And then Rui Costa in the 110th minute. So it's over for England. We lose 2-1. No.
Oh! What? We're back.
Typical un-England style. Frank Lampard.
Mate, Frank Lampard was coming up big that tournament.
He was. Frank Lampard scores to take us to penalties.
Sol Campbell has a goal disallowed in that game, definitely.
Yeah.
Controversially.
Right.
Very controversially. Against England.
It's for a foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BS.
Yeah, you're right. But this team is so strong, mate. David James, and then you got a back four of Gary Neville, John Terry, Sol Campbell, and Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
David Beckham, Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, and Paul Scholes is shunned out to the left, which doesn't work. But names-wise, it's crazy. And then Michael Owen and Wayne Rooney. But you have to caveat it, because Scholes is on the left, and it doesn't work. Rooney goes off injured. And that kind of kills us.
These things happen in tournament football. How would you set up, if you were the manager, if you're Sven, how are you setting up at Euro 2004?
I'm trying to think who we had who could play any sort of holding midfield role. I've got a little bit of the bench on my notes here. We've got Owen Hargreaves in there. I'm not sure he could do that perfectly.
He was good at the World Cup 2006, Owen Hargreaves, to be
fair.
Could
he sit? Would you put him sitting, though?
I don't think he's any better necessarily than, like, Gerrard or Scholes could be.
It's difficult with who we have in this squad, but my solution to that problem, and again, this is where I feel like the Golden Generation thing could be a myth, is probably Michael Carrick for me.
Yeah.
I think Michael Carrick, who's not obviously going to be old enough to play at this tournament, is the solution to then having Paul Scholes and Gerrard, or Lampard and Gerrard, and it just doesn't work.
No.
People forget Paul Scholes was a striker, and then he was an attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
And actually he wasn't this sitting midfielder. He did it for a couple of years at the end of his career when his legs had gone.
Yeah, but he was not his attacking midfielder for all the time.
Yeah, he was.
Under Sir Alex.
I mean, recently I heard him on a couple of pods say like he was really like into like Manchester United, I think under 18s. He was still playing up front.
Really?
You know, and then he just started, and then he broke into the team, and it was like you go wherever you're going to go. But yeah, this game.
Again, it's just...
I actually really remember this shootout.
Yeah, Beckham completes guys' pen, doesn't he? Is this when Ricardo, the Portuguese keeper, takes his gloves off and then scores the winning pen?
Yeah.
That's aura.
Yeah.
That is aura.
And Darius, I think Vassell's was saved.
Again,
with no gloves on.
Look, shout out Darius Vassell. Good man. If you're in the England squad, you're doing something right, but it's a Euros quarter final and you've got Darius Vassell playing up front. That's not golden generation. We had a golden 10 because again, David James is not like
but this is the tournament that's the anomaly, because I look at the side we lost to in Portugal and I think they've got some good players, but it's beatable. Yeah, clearly we nearly did it. It was a fine margin, and then Greece won it respectfully.
How did Greece win that?
It's not like we've gone through this up. It's not like France. It's not like that France team of Vieira, Henry, and Trezeguet on the bench, Zidane, like. Petit. It's not that team. It's not the Brazil team of Rivaldo, Ronaldinho. Yeah, like Ronaldo. It's not that team. It's Greece. Yeah, and this is the tournament. I feel like we should.
It's the biggest missed opportunity. Definitely,
it really feels like.
And I think that was the best version of the golden generation. Like I know. In the group stage, we lost to France, but we did actually score some goals, and we gave Portugal a good game. Who were the hosts? That's not very England-like to do.
No, it's not. Like Frank Lampard scoring in the 115th minute, 2-1 down to the host nation. Yeah, is not.
Yeah, that's not what England do.
Not that.
I bet they would have. I mean, I don't remember this tournament really. My first conscious one that I can remember is 2006, but I bet when Lampard scores that goal, England fans were like, "Oh, we've done it.
It's coming home.
It's our year."
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It wasn't. It was Greece's year, which is. Mental.
I mean, fair play to him.
Yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. We should do an episode on Greece.
Yeah, well, they're not even nearly seen.
They're not nearly man.
They're the opposite.
I just want to know. I want someone who's. I want a Greek expert to tell me about how they did that, because I am not qualified. But yeah, that does feel like the biggest miss.
Yeah, definitely.
We move on to 2006. Host nation,
Germany.
Sven-Göran Eriksson's still there. Beckham is captain, and we reach the quarterfinals once again.
And who do we play?
Oh!
Ricardo.
Wink,
Piss
wink.
off, bro.
Piss off, Ricardo. Put some gloves on.
I know.
Twat.
Fraud. You're a goalkeeper, bro. You are not a friend of the show. Although if you want to come on,
we would definitely move on.
Yeah.
That'll be. Yeah, we're not blocking that. Group stage games. So England in a group with Paraguay, Trinidad and Tobago, and Sweden.
Mate, I know all of these.
Yeah, you know it. So who do we play first?
Paraguay 1-0 own goal from a David Beckham free kick.
Yeah.
Trinidad Tobago. You'd think easy game for England, but oh god, no, it's not. Thankfully, Peter Crouch scores ahead of 1-0. He jumps, pulls the Trinidad player's hair. Have you ever seen that?
No.
He used it for leverage, so he's jumping for the header, and he just yanks this Trinidad Tobago dreadlocks and just goes bang. CVG
Really?
left foot top corner 2-0. Then we play Sweden. Draw 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
I know Joe Cole scored like an unreal goal in that game. He scored that insane volley.
That's my favourite. That's one of my first ever goals I remember.
Yeah,
if you get what I mean.
yeah.
The chest up, right foot, and it kind of goes. It's almost like Cisse in the
Yeah,
Prem.
yeah, it is. It's a weird trajectory.
Yeah.
I don't actually know who scores England's other goal in that game. It's not Gerrard again, is it?
I've got Gerrard 58.
Yeah.
Which
makes
makes sense. Peter Crouch. Joe Cole was in the first half.
Yeah. But so, it's
Freddie Lundberg scored both goals.
But we did kind of labour through that group again, right? Like Trinidad and Tobago, we should have been battering them. Oh, but again, here we go. And I remember when we beat Paraguay.
Mm.
I really remember it being like, oh my god, I thought England were going to batter everyone, and we're not.
Mm.
Is this just the English media? Just like it's tournament football.
Yeah,
you're not going to batter anyone.
Go everywhere and batter people 6-7-0.
Yeah, these teams are going to sit in and make life difficult for you. But yeah, equally that team again. There are some players who are probably worse. Like Beckham is probably starting to regress at that point.
Yeah, I think so.
Michael Owen is definitely starting to regress. But then like Rooney, JT, Rio, Lampard and Gerrard, they're all like in their prime.
Got Paul Robinson in goal.
Yeah, why do we have so many washed goalkeepers?
It's not great, is it? It's not great. This was also the famous Wags tournament where all the wives came out. And
There's just so
media
much noise.
Chaos.
Yeah. There's so much noise around England. I think we were architects of our own downfall in 2006. There's so much noise around the camp, and everyone's just like getting so worked up over England, and then it's another spectacular exit.
It's a really spectacular exit, isn't it? Rooney sent off in the 62nd minute against Portugal for a stamp on Carvalho.
Yeah.
And then it's the wink. It's
Ronaldo.
the wink.
I mean, again, we said it once. Game's the game.
Game is the game. Yeah.
Game's the game. If you see one of your team or one of your club teammates at an international tournament stamping on one of your players, I'm going to try and get him sent off.
I think it's fair enough, isn't it? But he was hated after that in England.
Yeah.
Every ground he went to.
I remember really clearly. I was at our friend's house watching that. I say watching that game. I was in the garden playing football because I just love ball like that, you know.
Yeah.
And my friend came out and he was like, "Rooney's just been sent off." I was like, "No, he hasn't. Like, you've got that wrong, idiot. You idiot. Why would you even bother telling me that?"
I've got such a vivid image of you with the ball.
Just like
back in the garden.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Go in. Oh my God, Wayne Rooney's been sent off. What the hell's going on? And then we lost our pens again.
Yeah, tough. But like we touched on in 2004, that felt like the opportunity to win it. Let me break down for you the two the two finalists of this tournament.
Can you do Italy's team in Luca's accent, please?
Oh, can I try? Right. In goal, we've got Gianluigi Buffon. We've got Zambrotta.
Wow.
That was good.
Materazzi,
Cannavaro, Grosso, Pillo, Gattuso. We've got Caromenesi, Perotta, Totti, and Toni.
That was immaculate pronunciation.
Thank you. Been working
immaculate.
On that. Worked on that in the shower.
But yeah, that team on paper is better than England's.
Yeah, and that team beat a team of France, this is a golden generation team.
Yeah.
Right, if they've ever heard one, it's Barthez, and then it's Sagnol, Thuram, Gallas, Abidal, which is actually not that amazing. But then once you look at this front six of Vieira, Zidane, Makelele, Franck Ribéry, Malouda, and Thierry Henry.
Christ.
They lost.
Yeah.
So, let's stop prettting that
England
Paul Robinson in goal
yeah,
was charging towards a World Cup.
England also are not playing well at this tournament. I know, as I said, there was maybe some unfair expectations on us battering teams, but there are players in that team who are just not stepping up. And I think Rooney had just gone, but I think he had got injured at the end of the season.
Yes,
I think he'd broken his metatarsal, hadn't he?
Rooney had basically never gone into a tournament for England during this golden generation period fit.
Yeah.
There was always an injury.
Yeah.
Was this the John Terry one where he
and I remember it was again. It shows how much hysteria is around England. I remember this. I would have been 7.
Yeah.
I remember it being like, oh my God, Wayne Rooney is injured and the World Cup starts in like a month. Oh my God. And it was like a national emergency.
I couldn't agree more. I remember it was Stamford Bridge. Yeah. It was if you're watching the TV, the Man United were attacking right to left.
Yeah.
It was the left-hand side of the box. Like, I remember everything about it. Rooney being down. I remember the boots he's wearing and just thinking, I must have been 9.
Yeah.
And just thinking, shit.
Have you heard the story about how Rooney in that game, he was like out to injure someone else? Have you heard that story?
He put on bigger studs to injure John Terry.
Yeah. So you know what? Game's the game, mate. Game is the game.
Yeah. But I mean, it's tough. We didn't have players fit at the right time, but
no.
Some of the players on the bench in that cup final, sorry to keep going on about it, Trezeguet, Inzaghi, Del Piero, Nesta, these aren't starting. De Rossi, you know, like on either side of France. I mean, we can't compete with that.
No.
Well, no matter what we think, no matter what narratives are spun, we don't have those squads.
It's definitely an overlooked aspect of the golden generation is maybe it's not overlooked that we just shat the bed in every tournament, which we did.
Yeah.
But also the teams are a joke that we're coming up against. They are. Like, that is such a pride. Relatively speaking, England are not. I don't think you can make a case for them having the best team in the world.
No.
At Euro 2004, I don't think maybe at Euro 2004, World Cup 2006 you definitely can't.
No.
World Cup 2002 you definitely can't.
No.
And then beyond that, of course not.
Couldn't agree more. I think 2004 is the one. The only one you can look at and think, maybe. But again, playing host nation is difficult. 2008, I mean...
Let me tell you about a story.
Go on.
Euro
yeah, why don't you tell us about 2008?
England lose 3-2 to Croatia at home. At Wembley. We go crashing out. That night, I also found out the Tooth Fairy wasn't real.
What hurt more?
Generationally bad night for young Ollie.
Did you still believe in Santa at that point?
Yes.
Okay, so there was some good in the world still.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, it wasn't too close to Christmas that happened. Probably would have been around this time. Was it in like November this happened? I don't know.
Yeah,
Producer check. Producer check. I reckon it was like November-ish time. I remember it being quite cold. Anyway, Scott Carson has a stinker. Basically, now plays for England again. And again, it's just like, you can't call a team a golden generation when they don't even qualify for Euro 2008 again. And that team, the team is not that different from 2006. You've arguably got better versions of Rooney and Lampard and Gerrard, and maybe of Terry and Ferdinand, and you could not even make it out of the group.
100%. And
don't tell me it. So the date of that game, is it 3rd November? What is it? 21st November. I will say that's pretty. I'll take that as a little guess.
That's my girlfriend's birthday.
Wow. So good day for you in history.
Well,
historically, they cancel each other out.
Well, I mean, 2008. Yeah, we obviously didn't fancy it. Didn't fancy going. But the team the Spanish team that went on to dominate the next 3 tournaments. Yeah. Again, like, that's a golden generation.
That is a golden generation.
I'm looking at Andres Iniesta, Fernando Torres, David Silva, Xavi, Cesc Fabregas, Puyol, Ramos, Casillas.
And you know what? They perfectly encapsulate everything that England were lacking, which is teamwork and chemistry. I think that Spain team ruined every England fan's perception of what international football should be, because it was basically just like Barcelona's midfield running the games, and they did it every week for Pep, and they knew each other like the back, and they could just play exactly the same way. You had then just like Real Madrid, Barca, combined 11 across the pitch. They just knew each other so well, and they played at a level which was unheard of, really, international level. I'm not saying the level of talent was, but the way they played was. So now every England fan's like, well, why can't we play like that? It's like, because we don't play with each other every week. If you had just like Arsenal out there, then we might have a similar level of like, I'm not saying we would be as good, obviously, but yeah.
It also, for me, completely dispels the rumour, which I kind of get sick of hearing from ex-players of we didn't get on, we didn't have lunch together, we weren't friends because Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United didn't they competed against each other, Liverpool. Barcelona, Real Madrid, with the spine of a three-peat of international tournaments, and Barcelona and Real Madrid were like scrapping on the pitch. You're talking mass brawls. You're talking they went out there with Ramos trying to break Iniesta's legs.
That's Guardiola versus Mourinho.
It's
like 2009 to 2012, yeah.
And so that's why I'm just always like, when I listen to old England players say, I believe them, and I think two things can both be true, that like, they didn't get on, and maybe that's what they credit it to, but clearly you can leave international rivalries aside. Clearly you can.
Get over it, guys.
Or club rivalries aside at international. Get over it. Grow up.
Yeah. It's just not an excuse.
No, it isn't.
Really.
It's like, you don't actually need to be mates to play football.
Yeah.
Well, with someone, you know, I don't.
But then maybe it's again another something we haven't even touched on is the managers in that time. They're not great.
No, they're not.
They're not. Like Sven, again, R.I.P. legend of the game.
Yeah.
But like, he's not an elite manager. No. I mean, their 2008 would have been Steve McLaren. I mean, why are we giving Steve McLaren the keys to the golden generation? The golden generation. Then you got Capello after that in 2010, who, I mean, is a good manager, but wasn't the right fit, clearly.
But do you know, like, Spanish, do you know the Spain manager in 2008?
Del Bosque.
Well, I've got here Luis Aragonés.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
I don't think
I
it was
don't know
Del
who that
Bosque.
is. But I mean,
but that's what I mean. It does it.
True. And also, that's a good point, because Spain in 2024 had De La Fuente.
Yeah.
Argentina had Scaloni. Neither of them had even managed a club side, I don't think. I mean,
exactly.
They just like came through. Yeah,
I know what you said. I just think it's just a load of excuses, and I think, I mean, I'm glad we touched on we touched on the Spain side of things with Barcelona and Real Madrid. I just think you can play together. You don't necessarily need the best manager. I think a lot of people don't realise with international football, there are usually 5 to 6 incredibly strong nations that could all win it.
Yes.
And it comes down to a penalty shootout, or it comes down to a Zidane headbutt moment of madness, or it comes down to some brilliance from one world-class player.
Yeah.
But I think it's important what you said earlier in the pod as well. I don't think enough of England's best players stepped up at the right times.
No, they did. I don't think they felt empowered.
No.
Because you look at the most recent international tournament. I mean, people do say now England have a golden generation. And I think we did actually with Zach, a combined 11 of the golden generation. Yeah. Anyway, the difference is, even if we play badly in tournaments, which we did at Euro 2024, you have players who are like, yeah, I'll make this happen. Like Jude did it a couple of times. Saka scores that ridiculous goal against Switzerland. Like, you've got a culture where like players feel like they can go and do so. They're not scared. And the golden generation 100% was scared.
Yeah.
They talk about that a lot, like the pressure they're under, and ultimately they weren't confident in their own abilities for whatever reason to go and win games against teams. And you've got to have that. So much of international football, it's like Greece. You just ride a wave. And if you can't generate the wave, then...
Well, that's it. It's about generating it. And I think that just comes from above. Like, we spoke about management there, but I think it just comes from the overall strategy of the FA. And the one thing I do buy into is when I think Gerrard did an interview recently with Ferdinand. He said he used to dread going away to international tournaments because aside from the 3 hours of training and the 30 minutes of meetings, he would just say, I'm sitting in my room.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in my room for 8 hours a day, which is obviously not the case now. But how do you... That's probably like one of the biggest failures that's not spoken about enough, of like, how do you create such a bad environment?
I know, it's mad.
Like, it's got to be fun. How do you allow 2006 to have all the wives out there shopping and buying and causing chaos? And how is that? It's just especially crazy.
That's not even like football management. That's just like basic business
people. Yeah.
It's like you do like morale things.
Yeah.
You get people to broadly like spending time with each other. You give them things to do. And I know that modern football players will have social media and maybe more technology to entertain themselves, but like they don't do that. Like they play stuff like they play traitors in what do they call it? Like what do they call it? Werewolf? Is that a game? Werewolf?
No, yeah, it's called Mafia is one as well.
Yeah,
but
it's always, something like that.
It is Werewolf. I think it is Werewolf.
Like they do stuff like that. It's just keeping yourself entertained. Yeah. But ultimately, if the players don't want to do that, I guess, where does it come from? Do the club sides influence it too? Is Sir Alex going, mate, don't go and talk to Gerrard and Lampard. We hate them. Yeah. Possibly. I don't know.
Well, I think Sir Alex probably was very much, don't even go. Yeah, we've got Chelsea next week.
Wait, just
sack that off. We can touch a little bit on Germany to finish of 2010. When we went out, we lost to Germany in 2010, obviously. I mean, again...
Beautiful, that.
Going through the lineups, mate, again, can you give me England's back five. Right, I'll give you Ashley Cole and John Terry.
Yeah.
Give me the other three in that back five.
In goal, I think Rob Green must have lost his place.
Rob Green lost his place, yeah.
David James again.
David James.
Goal scorer for England that day, Matthew Upson.
Ball knowledge.
How is
Matthew Upson.
What? Right back, I don't know, Glenn Johnson?
Glenn Johnson.
Like, it's not.
There's respectfully, sitting in midfield, Gareth Barry. James Milner's in there as well. We lost to a team of Podolski, Klose, Ozil, Schweinsteiger, Müller, Khedira, Neuer, Boateng, Lahm.
Insane.
It's just better.
That 2010 team was like, that was probably the lowest England got to, I think, of our own fans booing us against Algeria, Rooney then beefing the entire nation.
Your own fans booing you. Yeah, nice to see it. But this is why I wanted to start and not finish, but kind of come to the conclusion on 2010 and 1998, because I feel like the golden generation, aside from 2004, is a myth. It was players at the peak of their power when players weren't. It was injuries to key players like Rooney, Owen. We didn't even talk about Michael Owen and if he was injury free. I mean, if we had an injury free Michael Owen and Wayne Rooney at the same time, consistently playing throughout a tournament.
Yeah, because they broadly made it work in 2004. I know they did things at different times, but it worked as a partnership at that point. Yeah, and if you go to any tournament with that working, I agree.
But aside from that, actually that 10-year period, there was a lot of, and I mean this respectfully, Glenn Johnson's, Gareth Barry's,
Glenn Johnson was good in 2010.
Danny Mills, like there were players in there filling spots that just Trevor Sinclair that aren't up to it. They're not World Cup winning players.
Yeah, and you're much better off having a team that is very good all over the pitch than world class in 4 positions and very good in 3 and then not very good in 2 and then terrible in 1. Do you know what I mean? You need balance.
100% you need balance. So for me, when I was doing the research for this pod, and even as we've been chatting through it, I think it's a myth. I don't think the golden generation actually exists, really.
I think you've persuaded me. I said at the start of the podcast, I thought it was not a myth, and I thought it was a thing. But I think it is just. And when I said that, I was picturing 2004. I think it's just. I think it's Euro 2004.
And it's just one tournament we should have won.
Yeah, it's a massive missed opportunity. Other than that, it's just like, yeah, you're right. Just
you said it as best as well. We didn't qualify for 2008, and people still want to call that golden generation years. What are you talking about? Didn't qualify for a tournament. Like,
you can't. Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Steve McLaren and Scott Carson.
If you could change one thing in that period,
Sol Campbell's goal we disallowed against Portugal. So I think we would. I think that was to like win the game, and then Portugal in. Oh, now you're testing my knowledge. Who would Portugal have beaten in the semi-final? Possibly France.
Yeah.
We're just fact checking that. But again, like, are we beating France? Probably not.
Probably not.
I don't know who they would have played. Portugal, but other teams in that tournament, like. Oh, well, let's get the fact check first. Jacob. Who did Portugal beat in the semi-final of Euro 2004? I think they beat France. Wow.
Right. So they beat the.
So Portugal beat the Netherlands in the semi-final,
who arguably had a golden generation. The Netherlands themselves. I mean,
so who's in that team now? It's another. Can you please get the starting 11 up?
So for that game.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, I got it.
So in goal, Van der Sar. I reckon in defence, who we got in defence? Oh God, Van Bronckhorst.
This is really testing us, yeah.
Yapstam. I mean, again,
that's pretty strong.
I don't know who else is in the back four.
Reisiger.
Boomer. I know Boomer.
The team from there is sick.
Van Bommel.
Snap. Good Van Bommel.
Van Bommel. No Van Bommel. Edgar
David.
Seedorf.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll wrap that off for us to do in there. So the midfield: Edgar David, Seedorf, Koku.
Yeah.
Robin, Overmars, Van Nistelrooy. That is at least as good.
Yeah.
Edgar Davids and Seedorf, I would say, are probably, as a midfield duo, are taking Gerrard and Lampard for a walk.
Yeah, I think
they're
at the
dog
time.
walking them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but, you know, we actually have quite a good record against Netherlands in international tournaments.
Yeah, we
so
do.
Possibly we would have beaten them.
But Netherlands haven't really got a good record against anyone in international tournaments.
We should do an episode on the Netherlands.
The Netherlands are a nearly man team.
You know any Dutch people?
No, but they're all lovely and very tall.
Yes. They might not be able to fit in this room.
No.
That could be an outside podcast that we do.
Yeah, we'll do it on the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, so
you change the Sol Campbell moment, though.
I would change that
so
moment.
that we get through that game, have Netherlands in the semi-final.
Yeah. What would you change?
Yeah, I think that's the strongest one. That or Rooney's
red card.
No, because I don't think that 2016 is. I don't think that 2016 has a chance of beating Italy or France, whichever side we're on. I think it has to be 2004 because he goes off injured in that game in the 27th minute.
Yeah,
and I think that changes the game massively because you have Owen and Rooney up front.
And
I just
Rooney
want to
was cooking.
I just want to watch it.
Yeah, that's actually a good shout.
But I think probably your Sol Campbell moment. I mean, it was literally
it's
undeserved winner. Sorry, that's been chalked off.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Do England have a golden generation now?
Yes,
I think we do.
I think we do now.
Right, you look at like the team that's probably going to be starting next year at the World Cup: Palmer, Bellingham, Saka, Kane, Rice.
I mean, I think the names are one thing, but more importantly than the names, it's the record.
Yeah, the record's great.
Record. Yeah. We've gone through this in quite a lot of detail, and we've gone group, quarterfinal, didn't qualify, quarterfinal.
Yeah.
Whereas now this England team is going final,
or semi-final,
final,
quarterfinal,
final. Like this team's progressing to places where golden generations do progress, because we can look at that France team that lost to Italy with Vieira, Makelele, all those players, Thierry Henry, and go, that's a golden generation. They still lost, but they got to a final.
Yes.
I feel like you have to move past quarterfinals and group stages to be
agreed
golden generations consistently.
Yeah.
This England team's a joke.
Yeah.
It's one of the best. Brazil aren't what they were. Argentina, respectfully, unbelievable team around the best player of all time, but they're not a golden generation. France probably are. Spain probably.
Yeah.
Spain, you could say maybe aren't.
The thing is also because Spain
man.
it's not as good as the team they had previously. So you've probably got a golden generation. It's still they have some amazing players, but
in terms of England, I'd say England easily have on paper a top three.
Oh,
squad.
Definitely.
Easily.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
For me, they are.
Yeah.
I think this England team smashes that England team.
Oh yeah, so same.
No, I think we dispelled the rumour.
Yeah, golden generation myth. If anyone from the golden generation wants to come on and argue with that, then feel free. There's a nice spot.
That's the thing. I never heard any of them actually say that it wasn't a golden generation, which I wouldn't expect them to. And obviously, they are all incredible players, but
yeah, they're not going to argue that, are they?
We were mid.
Yeah, no, we were actually terrible. I was really bad. Said no ex-pro on a podcast ever.
No, I don't think they would say it, would they? Yeah. So Ollie, in conclusion, I think myth.
Yeah, I think you've persuaded me successfully.
Well, that's my job. That's what I wanted to do today. If you have enjoyed, let us know as well your thoughts down below.